Yo, what up? It's your
Welcome
boy
to
Hoodrow.
Mindful Exchange, baby.
Podcast. You know what I mean? I am one of the four co-hosts. They call me Hoodrow. I identify as a donut. I'm round but delicious.
How was your week?
My week was interesting. I'm glad you asked that. In life, we learn that things are trying. So this week, I learned the actual meaning of being grateful.
Yeah.
Because in life, to honestly and truly be grateful, you have to be grateful for the good, the bad, the ugly, and the successful.
Yeah.
You know, so I learned about being grateful this week. So my week was complex, but satisfying, I guess. What about you, good brother?
I'm gonna let Marshall go so we stay in order, man.
What's up, folks? What's up, folks? How y'all doing today, man?
How was your week this week, good?
What, nigga?
Yeah, so yeah, that was nice.
I should have went.
Nah, my week was dope, man. It was a pretty dope week. It was exciting. Kids was anxious as hell. We took them to Hershey this past weekend. If you go to Hershey, they got these little carts that you can rent.
$75.
Rent a cart.
Word up.
Cart? Like a golf cart type
It's
shit?
like a little motorized cart you can ride around in.
Like the people at the stores and shit?
Yeah, it's got a little basket.
Yeah.
I put my
Rent
Bluetooth
one.
speaker in it when I went.
You gotta be handicapped to get one, or you
No,
can
you
just
just
rent one?
gotta have some money.
You gotta have how much was it?
Like $75.
We didn't find out the price, but rent one.
Oh, that's how you know you balling. Yeah, I don't care how much it is. I want
Run
that.
it out, nigga.
Yeah, I want that.
Should have got one.
Oh, well, you should have got
Shoulda got one.
So that means you, okay.
My feet still hurt.
Yeah.
Legs hurt and shit.
13.
My
Back hurt.
bunions.
Yeah. I felt so bad for Dell. He was a soldier, though. He walked through the parking lot. It was like 37 acres with his fried dough. He said, Dad, I'm going to make it.
Damn. Yeah, Rocky playing in the back of his mind. Like,
Yeah. Because when you first get in there, they got the regular parking, and then they got the extra parking lot. You know what I mean? So
good week, though.
I don't know anything
it was
about
dope, though. It was dope, man.
I have a
Had good
handicap
time.
sticker.
Went and seen
Yeah.
Lewis. Shout out to Lewis. We was out in Harrisburg.
Dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
How's he doing?
Good, man. He's doing real good. He's trying to get back to work. He's still on comp. His finger's still twisted.
Damn. He cripping?
He cramping.
Yeah, you stupid. Yeah.
Cramping. Yeah. But yeah, it was dope, man. It was dope, man. How about you, Curtis?
My week was very good, very interesting, very productive, man. I'm gonna keep it quick because I like to talk too goddamn much. But first and foremost, we've been working on this Project Quest album. Is wrapped up now. You know what I'm saying? Everything is done, so I can finish all the mixing on it. I mean, the majority is already done. I just feel accomplished because we've been working on it for since we was 4 years old.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Since they had them Tupac backs before it was a Tupac back.
Word up,
Starter
man.
jackets.
Yo, so the project is dope. I feel very accomplished about that. In the gym, I've been putting in some work, running after my weight and calisthenic workouts.
Want a cookie, Curtis?
No, sir. So I told you last time I got up to 1:30, running at 9 miles an hour. I pushed it past 1:30, got up to 2 this week. And that's why I told you I'm hurting, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm hurting. And sometimes I feel like I shouldn't be pushing it that much.
You
but
sprinted for 2 minutes.
2 minutes straight.
Y'all see what happened to Kevin Hart this week? He was trying to race that NFL player
Well, I ain't doing that.
and pulled his hamstring.
I didn't hear that.
He was mad because he said, "When was the last time you went into a dead out sprint?"
No, he ain't pull a hammy. He ripped his stomach muscles.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, he was in a wheelchair. Nigga said
But
he
see,
couldn't walk around.
I'm just going to assume that Kevin Hart didn't go from 30 seconds to 1 minute to 1:30 to 2 minutes. Like I was saying earlier, I pace myself and push it, not always to the limit, but, you know what I mean, to where I'm good. And then next week, I'll push it a little bit further. So I pace myself. But on top of the workout shit, it's bittersweet this week because 2 of my babies are going to college. They're leaving. Tone just went to Broome yesterday. He's settled now. I'm going to show y'all the video he sent me this morning about, because he's in the gym heavy. Not only, getting brolic on him, but he's on his Kobe shit, man. Like, literally.
He's built for that, though.
He is, man. He is. And then,
I told him he and his team look like they from Greece.
Yo,
But
Yeah.
a lot of that shit is in here, though.
it is. That's where it starts.
That's the Kobe
Warrior
shit.
mentality.
Yeah, man.
We gotta go to a game.
And then all of us gonna go sometime.
That's what I
Yes,
said. We gotta
sir.
go to a game.
And I was sitting on the porch with my daughter before I came here this evening, And she don't like me getting too like emotional about shit, but I'm an emotional creature when it comes to the people I love. But I was just telling her like, I'm gonna miss you. You know what I mean? I don't get to see you as much as I'd like to now, and you're gonna be gone. But I'm so fucking proud. Like, damn. So it's been a good week, man. It's been different. Roy came to the studio. P been in the studio. Marshall been in the studio. Woo. Like, what the fuck we been creating?
It's 98. Is it 98?
Some things been happening that haven't happened in a while, if never happened. So I feel like it's been a great week, and part of me for speaking so goddamn long.
The nigga started with, I don't want to be long because I talk too much.
I know. I'm sorry. I gave you out a disclaimer.
There was a lot of great substance in there.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I was just laughing at the fact that he started with, I am not going to be long, and then talked for 5 minutes.
I said, I don't want to be. I didn't say I wasn't going. Or I did say I wasn't.
Yeah, that's
Quest, how was your week?
My week was chill, man. You know, working a 9 to 5. I mean, nothing spectacular. You know, just working on this album and other songs and things like that. I feel good. The only bright spot I would say, well, not bright. There's a lot of bright spots, but I'm just personal. I've been diving into my Madden game a little bit, Madden 24. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't played Madden in years,
son,
bro. What do you play on?
PS5.
Oh, you one of them niggas. You got a PS5.
Nigga, I got.
Do you play on pro mode or do you play
Time
on
out. I play on all pro the way that the game was created.
No, it's supposed to be on all Madden.
I don't know what the difference is.
Nah, let me tell you. Don't let Hoodie tell you. Hold on.
What's the difference?
Nah, don't let him tell you. You don't even play that shit. Let me tell you, son. Fuck no. No,
you don't play, nigga.
Let me tell you. Nigga, listen. Let me just drop it for you. All Madden is for the niggas who like playing with the super teams, like Philly, Kansas City. No. Yeah, they are. No, listen, hold on. Nigga, chill. Let me explain to the people.
First of all, I just didn't like how you tried to disrespect my birds. You could have said any motherfucking team ever. Don't come for Philly because we better than y'all. You do got some bullshit on your shirt right now too. Go ahead.
Nigga, let me tell you, all Madden.
Listen, a lot of smoke in the building.
Listen, all Madden is for niggas that really live and die with the game, like they ain't got really no jobs and shit, and they just play the game all day. So niggas is super nice, right? But hold on, these all Madden niggas, these niggas that love all Madden, these niggas always playing with the teams with the dope quarterback, dope running back, dope wide out, dope tight end, dope D, and
so
they
who
live.
Do you play with?
That's like playing Mike Tyson Punch Out, and you using Mike Tyson.
And you're like, nigga, I play on all Tyson.
Nah, that's different.
Of course, nigga.
So who do you play with?
I play with the underdogs, nigga, my Patriots, nigga, out the mud. What's up?
You play with trash teams, okay.
No, I play without the mud, and I play on the level that the game was created on, mind you.
Sound like y'all gonna have to sit down here, just y'all two, and talk.
Everybody do. I just
you know what I'm saying? Like maybe have a little spinoff of Mindful Exchange where y'all going back and forth on
let's
your
do
sports
it, man.
talk.
I'm with that shit. I'm with all the smoke.
There's a lot of smoke in here right now.
All of it.
There's not no smoke. The last time the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Oh, now you coward?
No. The last time the Patriots in the Super Bowl, they lost to the Eagles. So he could be a little salty for that.
Shit.
But we're not even going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's get the pod started, damn
Let's
it.
go, niggas.
Mindful Exchange.
Like, comment, and subscribe, baby.
Word up. Follow us on YouTube, Mindful Exchange
Don't
Podcast,
hit the button.
and Facebook. We're going to have an Instagram next week, too.
That was the wrong
You know what
one.
I'm saying?
God damn, this old shit. This is bullshit.
Yeah, so what we talking about today, fella?
Where you from, Hoodie?
Where I'm from 757 John Court, DeWittsburg.
No, where were you born, nigga?
Arnett Ogden Hospital.
Oh, you were Arnett, nigga?
I think I was a St. Joe's.
I was a St. Joe's, baby.
You was born here in Elmira?
Yeah.
He from London.
What?
That nigga from Corny, nigga. Stop
That
that.
nigga from Corny, New York.
Man.
If you want to be technical, I'm from Fredonia, New York. If you want to be, I'm from Elmira.
Nah, this nigga eat his cereal on a paper plate.
Nah,
Where the milk go?
He put the milk on there too, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. You just sprinkle it.
These niggas.
Just float around.
I can't never. They both so like
Where you from,
comedic.
bro?
I never
We
knew
from
they.
we from the east side. I don't use no liquid milk. I just pour the powdered milk over top.
We just talked about powder.
German.
Yeah, we did.
Marshall.
Fredonia. So you was born at Arnett?
I lived in Elmira until we were in the 5th grade.
Why you go like that to Cap?
Because
We was your handler?
We went to pre-K. We went to
Pause,
pre-K.
nigga, pause, nigga.
Fuck that pause shit. Why does my microphone keep peaking? It seems like my shit just keeps peaking out. But
because we put a gate on there because you don't talk into the microphone.
Is he your handler?
No.
So why do you say we lived in DeWittsburg?
He's my co-signer. Well, we lived in DeWittsburg.
I lived in the Wittsburg too.
Yeah, nah. Well, I'm just saying, I lived here.
How long you lived in the Wittsburg?
I lived here until 5th grade.
Okay, 5th grade. So you're.
And then I went to
5th grade. You're about what? 10.
10, yeah.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
10, 11. So you went to Fredonia at 10 years old.
Yes.
How long you stayed in Fredonia?
Until I was 20.
Yeah, you got out of the hood, never came back, nigga.
10 years.
I
So
mean,
you
well,
came
I mean,
back. So
I
you
can't-
came back at 8.
Nigga, what's the point of this?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm wondering where you going with the shit. Like, what the fuck?
I'm wondering too. What's up?
I forgot.
He was asking me where I was born.
All right, boom. Let me hit y'all with something, man.
Do say.
Yo, y'all ready for these new mask mandates? Hold up.
cookies.
Hold up. Are you ready for these new mask mandates?
I'm about to buy some masks. I'm about to invest in masks on
Well, hold up. I'm not gonna get too into it, but
I gotta
I'm
handle
gonna get
let the
into
mask
it,
at the
fam.
house.
Listen, I'm not trying to not go to the gym no more, bro. This little trying to mix all these leftover vaccines to come up with this vaccine to sell y'all niggas, man, that's willing to take this. I'm not with that, bro.
What's going on with
Put
the
a gym in your basement, man.
No, I can't afford that right now. Hold up.
I heard a little bit about COVID, like a new matter of fact, Jetta was telling me that his boss and his boss's assistant or some shit, they were out of work the other day with COVID, right? And it wasn't even a thought on my brain, so I was like, damn, COVID popping back up? And he was like, yeah, motherfuckers is
the uppeak.
Yeah,
there's
son,
like a new variant and shit
yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I posted some shit, man. It's biochemical warfare is what's popping off, bro. Remember we was talking about that little office that they found in Fresno a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, the lab.
Yeah, so I mean, like we said, who's to say that there's not more of these little spots across the U.S.? You know what I mean? However, they invested so much in that plan of making sure everybody get poked up and hoped
They
up.
came up off that shit, man.
But then a lot of people was like, nah, I'm not with that shit. And they had a whole bunch
Yeah.
of stock that nobody was messing with.
Yeah.
So they got a new thing where they're putting them all together and redistributing them. But you got to have a new boogeyman, fam.
Yeah.
You got to have a new boogeyman. But
Future said mask on, mask off.
hold up.
All that shit
Hold
need
on.
the
But
money.
listen, though. I want to get to what's real, what we can control, though.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to be on no spooky shit. I want to focus on what's in our span of control
Yeah.
that we can combat this.
So what do you think is in our span of control?
First of all, I want to say movement. Being, exercising. That's walking, that's working out, that's just being
So
active.
you saying get your body, get healthy, so that way if you do,
Yeah.
Get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Get a regimen in place. And then all that,
Contracted
get into
disease.
your supplementation. Get into your vitamin C, your zinc, your
But you gotta
black
be-
seed oil, your
THC.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
gotta, I'm glad you said that. You have to be, you got to do your homework with all these supplements
Yes,
and shit like
bro,
that.
you do.
They just found a couple of these companies. They tested these supplements and shit, and there wasn't half of what they were saying
Dirty
was in them.
supplements.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Real quick too.
Do you know where that list
at
is?
Lewis's crib last night? Him and his wife just came back from Africa not too long ago. And this nigga done made some international plugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, dead ass. She told him like, "Yo, if you need something, call me." So if you guys need something, you know what I'm saying? Like
What they got?
Whatever. He showed me this shea butter that she makes. Mm-hmm. She said you take a little bit of the shea butter, put a teaspoon of tea tree oil in it, and put it on your dreads and your hair and shit. They gave him this black soap. You ever seen?
Nigga, they got some
You
shit
say
that
urine?
bring your hair
Listen.
back.
Listen, you fuck around. Listen, I'm some real shit.
I'ma holler
bro.
at you after the show.
We'll talk. But
Don't let me
you
get
know
a
the
new
African
fro.
black soap that you buy, the stuff you
Yeah.
can get from what you see.
Yeah.
You see the ones like the raw African black soap, the big chunks.
That's the
the
shit
white pieces
Alex
in 'em.
used to get.
Yeah, that's. You ever seen real black? Like he got a piece of soap.
I
people
don't think
got
I've
from
ever
her.
seen real black
This
soap,
shit,
to be
this
honest.
shit is
Like,
official, bro. And she said everything is like, because Africa is one of the richest countries as far as minerals and
Yeah,
shit like that.
if it's not the richest.
I mean, and
And
it's
she
a lot
asked
of
him, Lewis
natural.
was telling me like, yo, she said, how long you been here? He's like, we're going home in a couple of days. She was like, damn, you could have been done came to my house. So they got her information. She's like, if you need anything, give me a call. And she said, you ain't got to pay for it. I'll ship it to you.
Yeah, find out what they got, bro.
So
Find out what they got, man.
Yeah, and the stuff he showed me, it was the shit worked. It was some good. It was
shit,
some
you got
shit.
good skin. What you be doing on? What you be
No,
using
my
on your
skin is
skin?
sensitive as fuck. I don't put
Nah,
nothing
but you
on my
got
face.
good skin though. Like it's clear, it's
Thank you, sir.
smooth. It's like,
Coochie juice.
yo, ain't nobody got a segue into something else.
Hey, hold up.
That's what's good. Coochie juice is good for your beard. That's why.
That ain't a
There you go.
segue
There
into
you go
something
with that
else.
Little ass top lip.
Hold up. I just want to book in this before we move on. Please do not wait till they start flooding the news and trying to scare y'all niggas with what you got to do, get poked up with this new shit. Nah, man, do your research. Find out how your body reacts to certain supplements and things that can strengthen your immune system.
Your body will heal itself.
Keyword, strength,
You know why I'm afraid, though? Because I was, and I still am, on top of my health regimen, supplements, sleep, food, intermittent fasting, you know, like working out, shit like that. But I still got so sick with COVID that I almost died from the shit. And like I mentioned before, it's mainly to blame because of that immunosuppressant medication I take. But it also puts me in a weird spot, like we discussed with your pops with the kidney transplant, where literally I'll show y'all the information online that the only thing that was provided, and Roy gave this to me when I was laying in the bed, fucked up, and I couldn't even read it. Liz read it. And
shout out Roy, we love you both.
Real shit. The
man in arms.
The majority of the result with people in my condition, in my situation, was death. So at that point, there was no extra researched information or nothing. So it puts me in a position where I told my daughter and my son last week, I was like, yo, this wasn't even related to COVID, though. It was just like, yo, I've been really thinking about not taking this fucking medication anymore. But it's been the most productive. I've been active.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those situations where you're put in a situation where you can't really, you got to make a hard decision. Do you keep taking it and being able to be functional? Because you remember what the fuck was going on before. Like, remember the nigga came pick me up and was just riding me around with him because I had vertigo so bad I couldn't see shit. And I just wasn't, it's fucked up. But then when you think about laying in the bed almost dead, you're like, fuck.
That's not the wave right there.
So let me ask you a question about on some G shit though.
What do you do?
What would make you not want to take the medicine?
The fact that
you don't know what's in it?
No, I know what's in that motherfucker.
I was about to answer the question for you. It was like, nigga, fuck you mean, nigga?
So it was before the whole emergence of COVID. But it was all about me going through that COVID shit. There being no way. Let me finish this line one second.
Go on.
So my neurologist that actually cares about my life, my two primaries that care about my life, nobody had anything they could tell me about how they could help me. That's what made me nervous. And since then, I've been thinking about that shit. And that's prior to learning about a new strain of COVID coming around. Crazy. It's weird.
And plus,
it's
like you said, you take that medicine, so your immune system is already beat. And COVID, you know what I mean? Like
without the medication, my immune system, I never get sick. Do you understand? Like colds, flus, and shit like that. I never got sick at all.
That's crazy.
So my question is, what precautions should we all start taking place with?
I ain't gonna see you niggas till they find a alien cure for that shit. Nigga.
Nah, I mean tangible.
Technology. I mean, we can do the podcast from the crib.
Yo, hold up. What I'm thinking of off the muscle is just. I mean, obviously hand sanitizer. That's a given. But being conscious of spraying doorknobs.
Yo.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you how I was on it, because when COVID first hit, one, I didn't see my daughter for weeks. My kids weren't coming in and out of the house. Tone was staying at his mom's crib. So what it was is me being down here doing sessions, I only limited to the people that were actually recording. Everybody had masks, bleached like a motherfucker. But I know how I got COVID, and it was the nigga Norm.
What?
I'm not saying he did it intentionally, but I recall the process like it was yesterday. I ain't gonna get too in depth with it, but his wife and his kids got COVID. He said that he didn't get it. So I had a session with him like less than a week after that. And when he came here, he had on a mask, like the N9, what is it,
N9, whatever shit.
But on some real shit, that nigga Norm was probably telling the truth. He probably didn't have it in his system. He had it in his pocket. So I know that nigga is a federale.
Stupid.
Shit.
Yo,
that nigga worked for the United States government, the European government,
listen,
the
so
North
he had
American government.
He had the mask on. And I was saying, I thought that he said that he wasn't like COVID positive because he said he didn't get it.
Right.
But in hindsight, talking to him,
that shit in his backpack.
He never tested himself for it. He just wasn't symptomatic. So you still chose to bring it. Yeah. So
and that's that asymptomatic shit. That shit is crazy as fuck, yo. You can have COVID no symptoms. You had that shit.
Liz took care of me the whole 3 months I was fucked up.
Shout out to Liz,
She
too,
never
Liz.
got
I love
sick.
that,
She
yo.
never got COVID. She was tested. She took me to the ER multiple times, feeding me, all that shit.
That's the way it was
She
supposed to
never
be.
got it.
COVID
Shit
was
happens
scared
for
of
a
Liz.
reason.
COVID was scared of Liz too.
I don't want to be here. I'm gone.
COVID said, "Fuck that! I ain't messing with her." She,
Yeah, man. I think
That
this is
motherfucker peeked
something.
around
This
the
is
corner.
something we got to start prepping for as we get into
Yeah.
these fall, winter months coming up. Like
Yeah.
just getting our mind in position to start, being proactive on how we want to battle something that's unseen.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
propaganda that they give us can really, mentally fuck with us. That can manifest physical shit.
Food, man. Food.
Yeah. Feel too. Yeah. Chill.
Type
chill.
of food you eat.
My avocados you be eating.
The type of food you eat, bro.
Yo,
How many hands touch your food before you touch it?
avocado toast is good. I don't know what you.
I
think.
can't do it, man.
That shit good.
You know what I do? Like if the kids get sick, because my kids stay sick, kids are
Nigga,
just
them
little
niggas be sick.
germ machines,
But that's
bro.
how little
Crazy.
kids.
Yeah.
You almost forget how much little kids get sick.
Yeah.
But when your kids get sick, it always reminds me of Tone. I always told you not only
Yeah.
did we call him accident-prone Tone, but
Shout
he would
out Tone.
always come home with some shit.
Yeah.
Always, nigga.
My kids too, all the time sniffling. God, it's like, damn. And if you watch kids, they the most nastiest creatures in the world, bro. And like you said, spraying doorknobs, we do that in my house. I'm a germaphobe.
That nigga's a germaphobe.
Me too, bro.
You ain't never seen him
Bruh.
turn around after you dapped him down.
Nah.
Wiping his shit. spraying.
At a certain point in my life, yeah. I keep
When I was sick, that nigga dropped shit off on my porch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't even mad at that,
But
man.
real quick, what I do, like if the kids are sick, they come home sick, the little vitamin C packets, I'll take one. You know what I'm saying? Or if I feel a little itch in my throat, I'm like, okay, tonight I'm gonna take some NyQuil.
Yeah, I
Go
do
to
the
sleep,
shit
you know
too.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They got that
But
shit.
then I started reading more, and food, bro, food does it. I mean, everything
Food is
here,
medicine,
everything
man.
here, everything we need is here. And that's what I was telling
Yeah.
my son and my cousin. You don't need money. You can live off the grid. Go over there and kill a deer. Build your own shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You got to be a different kind of person to do some shit.
You gotta have
that.
them skills.
But at the
skills
same
to
time,
live
we were
like that.
put here for a reason. If you think about it, like even in the world, there's yin yang. You know what I mean? The opposite.
Twins.
There's always something.
Positive, negative energy. Yeah.
Why put something here and there? You know what I'm saying? Like what am I trying to say? Basically, yeah, like you said, food is medicine. We're put here. There's plants. There's all types of shit. That's what we need to be eating. That's what heals us.
What you're
That's
saying
what
is
helps.
not. Basically, what you're saying is not the natural foods, not the processed food.
Yeah, the natural
You know,
foods.
but a lot of times too, you got to really decipher what the natural foods are because they say like broccoli, cauliflower.
It's
those are
man-made. It's a
man-made.
hybrid. It's a hybrid.
Wait, what
Everything
you
we
mean?
need grows.
What you mean?
So like, what really? I'm. This is just what I heard. I can't.
You said man-made?
Yeah.
It's
I don't eat broccoli
it's a-
anyway, and I need to eat more greens. I admit that,
It's
but
a
I never
man-made.
heard that one. Before.
But you
Yeah,
want to
it's
eat greens that are what's the name? I can't
Shit,
remember. the name.
do say
Greens
is
that are-
man-made.
Non-GMO.
Not GMO. But so like corn is a hybrid, broccoli is a hybrid.
Yeah.
Like when you eat corn, think about it like this. You eat corn, you chew it, and it still comes out whole.
I'm buzzing, yo.
Damn.
Yo,
That goddamn cookie.
yo,
I
son, you
lost
know
my
what?
train of thought. No, it's that liquor. Nigga.
Son, speaking of broccoli though, I heard the same thing because Dr. Sabi was talking about that before he passed.
What he was talking
He
about?
was talking about how broccoli really isn't a food that is like a real food. It's like
There's no
GMO.
health benefits.
No, hold up.
Fuck out of here.
Hold up.
Why
Hold
all
up.
the workout niggas on YouTube I be following
Let me tell you, son. I seen a contrary, you know what I'm saying, video from a doctor about how broccoli is a great battler of cancer.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like, so I mean,
It's so much
what's the
nowadays,
worst?
man.
So
It's
when
like-
I have broccoli, this is where we got to differentiate what's your own
Information.
truth. So try it out because I treat my body like a science experiment.
Yeah,
you
me
know what
too,
I'm saying?
me too.
Broccoli works very well with my body. I can tear some broccoli up. You know what I'm saying? In
I don't
salads.
eat broccoli.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
sorry.
I don't eat it all the time. But when I do, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But
You like the taste of it?
I mix it with some in my salad. Hell yeah, man! I'm a salad.
you
Man,
put
my
it on
salads is the
salads,
shit,
yeah,
boy.
It's not bad in the salad.
Nah, bro, you just take the stem part off and you have like the sprout pieces in there. You know what I'm saying?
florets
You
is
eat
what
Brussels
it's called.
sprouts too, nigga?
No, nigga.
Yo, listen.
You eat okra?
Listen.
No,
Yo,
nigga.
why don't you eat
That shit
Brussels sprouts?
slimy, bro. That shit was
Brussels sprouts-
slimy when I seen
Listen,
it back in the
Brussels
day.
Why don't you eat Brussels sprouts?
Hoodie, let's be real. It
you
ain't
take-
Brussels sprouts if you frying it, nigga.
if you take the Brussels sprout and you put a little bit of seasoning salt, some adobo, or some pepper on that joint with a little bit of butter.
See, you a chef though.
See, that sounds banging.
Or some olive oil, and you cut it in half and you fry the Brussels sprouts up like that. Or what you can do is put the oil on it and put it in the air fryer.
Fuck that shit.
You know what I'm saying? That should be good, bro.
Take that bitch.
Yo, I think the key is cutting it in half. Because when I had it, moms didn't do none of the fly shit with it.
No, you gotta cut it in half.
Put some garlic on that bitch, a little bit of salt, some bacon.
What? I don't know about the bacon.
Put some pig on that motherfucker. Flip that bitch around like that there.
I'll fuck it up, nigga.
That's what I was gonna say earlier when Marshall was talking about his son. They was talking about living off the land. See, Marshall and his clan, they be the one that'll be hot. He be able to steal a whole cow. They family be eating good. They have all the meat and everything that they need.
And so now I be walking that bitch down the road with a leash.
Where you going, Quest?
Low bladder Quest.
Shit, pee for me too,
He got
nigga.
an old bladder. That nigga got
Shit, I gotta get a bathroom down here, man.
God damn it.
Hoodie, then you get a bladder transplant?
Nah.
And that nigga got a goat bladder.
Shit, I got
a foot transplant.
I got a bladder transplant. It's called a bottle, Gatorade bottle, nigga. That shit be with me, nigga.
God damn.
I don't even know how to segue after that.
Yo, I didn't. I'm buzzing like a motherfucker, man.
It's the cookie, bro.
Yeah,
It's not the cookie, bro. I'm telling you.
Yo, so listen, right? So we're last week or a week before we talked about hip hop and the difference of our generation of hip hop and the new generation of hip hop. Okay, we came to agree to disagree because we all have our own opinions and that's just what it is. But an article I seen the other day is a thing of our hip hop. So how do y'all feel about the verses? About the verses in general. Do you like the verses in general?
The platform where they
Yeah,
I like it. I think it's dope.
So now they have the reason why I brought that up is because next month they've been talking about Diddy versus Jermaine Dupri versus.
That's deep.
So that would include. So that would have to be Bad Boy versus So Def.
I think that's good for the culture.
Quick, who would you go with?
I have to go with Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
You'd go with Jermaine Dupri?
Yeah, I have to.
Because the only fire shit came out of Def Jam is Biggie, as far as I'm concerned.
And on top of that,
Bad Boy?
I mean,
Def Jam. I said Def Jam. I don't know why I said Def Jam.
on top of that,
Sorry,
Jermaine
Def
Dupri
Jam.
was getting busy when we was
Bad Boy.
little kids. I mean, like, if you neglect to address the historic value of someone, then you neglect everything. Think about Crisscross. Think about Da Brat. They was running it up when we was kids. Had niggas wearing clothes
backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not hating. I'm not hating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was arguing with somebody the same point. Like, I think it will be a draw, but you can really go either way because when you think about these people, you don't necessarily think about the totality of their catalog, so to speak. So if we can break it down real quick, you said you're gonna go with Jermaine Dupri. You mentioned the Brat and Crisscross. Who else would you say?
Bow Wow.
Okay.
Total.
Total was on Bad Boy.
Oh shit! I fucked up. Damn. That's
So
a
you
Diddy
have to
point.
say-
Hold on, what we talking? Oh, Diddy versus
Jermaine Dupri.
Diddy easy. Diddy easy.
Because that's kind of where I was going with it. Like I lean towards Diddy because I feel.
You know what? You know why I think?
Because I feel like. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I just feel like with Diddy, as a New York person, obviously we're more apt to listen to those artists,
like New York artists,
because in New York we're exposed to that more than we would be. Just like in Atlanta, they're exposed to more.
Yeah, but I beg to differ because if you think about back in the day when we were listening to music, we never had that New York, Atlanta, California perspective. We were just listening to music.
Facts.
So like when Crisscross Jump came out, we didn't think about where they were from. It wasn't even a topic of discussion. It was just this is
Daddy making you jump.
right.
And I understand.
So
that.
when I say if we historically neglect to think about these people, then it's almost like neglecting everything because I remember being on Friendly Place and I was a rapper. So I looked up to these little kid rappers that were in a position that I wanted to be in, and I was an active rapper right then and there. So it made me follow them even more. You know what I'm saying?
I think you misconstrued what I was saying. So basically what I was saying is Criss Cross was known in Atlanta. Criss Cross was known in Atlanta way before they were known in New York, is my point. That was the point of me saying that.
Yeah.
It's like, because we live in New York, we get exposed to that more. You know what I mean? Comparative to in Atlanta, they heard of Criss Cross before they would heard of Biggie. You see what I'm saying?
So I think I'm taking it back to back in the day. No, I see what you're saying, but what I'm saying is I'm taking it back to when they came out, right?
92.
I lived on Friendly Place,
91,
so it had to be
91,
like it had to be in that era because I was in
yeah.
Ernie Davis. So at that point, there was never any second that I was like, "Where are they from?" Or I'm listening to Das Effects more because they're from New York. Back then, that perspective didn't exist.
It didn't at all.
East Coast, West Coast, that wasn't.
It didn't exist. So that matured and evolved when niggas brought the gangster rap in, and it became where you from and all this.
Yeah.
So, and keep in mind, I lived in a house with a DJ that didn't give a fuck where you was from. He had to play the dope shit. But I do understand what you're saying, because now, and as of the last couple decades, we've classified music
as sections of
like,
the
where
country.
is it from?
Segregated more.
So like I said, I mean, to go back to our point, you know, when you talk about Jermaine Dupri, what artists come to mind that you think about with Jermaine Dupri? You know, because a lot of times you forget that
Criss Cross, the Brat, ABC. ABC was Belle Biv DeVoe.
He wrote a bunch of stuff for Mariah Carey.
I was gonna say Mariah, but I didn't know if he was just hitting that or he was.
I don't know. Neither,
I didn't know he was a songwriter for her.
I know he was hitting that, though.
You know what I'm saying? But you know,
in her prime.
Yeah, I hate to sound like that, but yeah, he was hitting that.
He smashed Janet too.
He said he was hitting.
Who
that.
else did he?
He said in her prime.
Niggas was little niggas fantasizing about.
Word up when she was in that fantasy video with ODB.
So who else did he?
But how old is Mariah Carey?
She gotta be 55, 60, right?
Not 60 yet. She probably knocking on there. She probably about 50. Probably about 54, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say 54, 55.
I don't think over 55.
How old is Nick Cannon? So was that like a cougar situation?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So Mariah Carey is, come on Wikipedia. That's what happened when you have T-Mobile. The niggas give you the
How
info.
old is Mariah Carey?
She is
54 years old.
Marshall,
how you get that so quick? Who you got?
Siri.
Yeah. Marshall told y'all how old she is.
I know it wasn't over 55.
I got phone service.
And she's still bad as a motherfucker.
She cute.
But who else did Jermaine Dupri?
Janet Jackson, the baddest bitch on the
Quest. I got the plug.
That's my girl. Janet is my girl.
I ain't talking about Janet right now because that'll fuck around and.
Janet is my girl.
I seen some shit the other day about Janet Jackson.
She gonna be bad forever. She gonna be an 80-year-old bad bitch.
When she married that billionaire. This is news to me. How you everybody? When she, I guess
the dude that owns Sony, right?
Yeah, there was no. I don't know.
Not Sony.
No, he's a foreign billionaire.
Yeah, but there was no prenup. But basically, there was a prenup.
So there was a prenup. She had to give him a baby.
What?
If she gave him a baby, that was $100 million.
What?
If she decided to do something else, that was $100 million.
I'm negotiating with the wrong motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, they had to stay married for like 5 years or some shit.
They had to stay married for 5 years.
Yeah, so she
gave him a son at 40 something, and
stayed married, and then I guess they got divorced. She walked away $200 million.
Yep, the day after the
200
5
million.
year.
Jeremy,
yeah,
shut up for a second.
I'm just telling you.
Yo.
Don't be mad.
He doing your ad-libs and hypes, nigga.
At the end of the day, she walked away with $200 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
For the baby or
for
everything?
everything.
For the baby and staying.
I didn't even know she had a baby at 47.
Yeah.
That was on the low.
Give him. I guess she had to give him an heir.
Yes, that was the part.
She had to give him what?
An heir.
Like an heir to the throne?
Yeah.
Like a child?
Oh, he want. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that
was a slow moment for me.
No, it's all good.
So she gave him a baby and stayed married to him for 5 years. And each stipulation of that, she received $100 million. So she got $200 million.
Okay, so before I say this, I also want to hear about your Diddy perspective.
Okay.
Right?
I remember it.
But before I jump into that, it can be perceived as kind of sick that money could have that much value on lineage and procreating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro.
God damn, like.
And it's 2023 right now. Like, motherfuckers are creating life without humping.
So maybe that's some non-multi-million dollar perspective that we have, and it's like, oh, that's a different level of procreating. But to me,
bro,
my babies were made out of love. And
exactly, and life is
lust.
different.
I didn't want to say it.
Nigga, I said, nah,
my
bro.
babies made out of love and
lust, nigga. The real shit, nigga.
Sweating.
All my kids was made out of. I'm about to bust this bitch.
Yeah.
But listen though,
it's a whole fucking fact.
like you were saying, it's different. Even tax brackets. If I'm worth 100,000, I'm not gonna be doing the same thing a motherfucker that's worth 600,000 is doing. You know what I'm saying? If I'm worth 50 million, I'm not gonna be doing or thinking or maybe even be around the same motherfucker that's worth 40 billion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. So in the West Coast, this was a couple of years back. My cousin put me onto this energy drink. It's a company called I believe it's called Verve, or I think it's something like that. But
nigga, that sounded like they gave you some Molly, nigga.
Yeah, it's an energy drink. It's an energy drink. I think it is over on the West Coast. I guess this drink is like the national, or the at that point in time was like the drink of the Indiana Pacers. You know what I mean? Like energy drink. And this company has a line of like health products. They have products for newborn babies to help brain stimulation type shit. And my cousin put me on. He's like, this company has been around for like so fucking long. We don't know that because we're on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot of shit you get exposed to if you eat just driving 18 hours this way. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the things my son was saying, because whenever Deshaun be out, he loves going to Cali because he says it's like day and night out there.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like you just said, there's so many things we don't even know exist, because it's not like it's going to be on social media or somebody's going to tell you about it. It's just a different way of life, living, and day to day.
Right. There's some real shit, man. Can you imagine being worth 60?
Yeah, nigga, I got it.
$60 billion. You know how mentally focused you have to be. If a motherfucker gave me $60 billion right now,
what would you do?
I would have to probably go to find a pastor or something, or some type of help. Like, yo,
you wouldn't let me hold something before you went and found the pastor?
Hell yeah, I would like, yo, Cap, you need to watch me, nigga.
I'd be like, yo,
you have to watch me.
Yeah, we probably disappear for a little while.
You know what? It's funny you say
like
that.
On some real shit.
Get one of them weird campers or something you be in on the fishing trails and shit.
You know, I can't even say that because, you know, I can't even say. Let me retract. Let me take that back. You wouldn't have to watch me, bro. You have to watch me.
I'll be with you.
As fuck. Yeah, I'll be anxious as fuck. I probably start crying and shaking,
laughing,
and then it's like, yo, because
then I have to talk you out of doing some shit you shouldn't do to certain motherfuckers in life.
Yeah, like Marshall, you don't need to.
I'm gonna pay the Kremlin in Russia.
This kind of is similar to when you play the lotto, and you think about when you hit that motherfucker.
Yeah, but you don't get the amount of money that you think when you hit the lotto.
Yeah, but if you had $40 before that and you get 300 million and they take 150,
that's still life changing. That's still fucking life changing.
On some real shit, bro. I sit sometimes when I play the lottery and I try to manifest that shit.
Regular shit, though.
Hold up, son. Listen. I literally think of how much of this shit can I give away.
Yeah,
that's like the first thing I like go through my head for about 5 minutes. Like, yo, I'm giving this, investing this to my. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's life if you can't enjoy your money with the people that you struggle with?
Even changing a motherfucker's life. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for me,
and that's what I was gonna say real quick. At this point in time, like the way my life is set up and the brain I have now, I think even any of us in this room will be prepared for 20 million.
I would now. Even 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been.
Right.
But now I understand the value of
19 years old.
If you have $1,000, 800 of that isn't accessible to you.
Right.
It's not even by choice.
Right.
You have to figure that shit out.
That's a fact.
Because prior, that wasn't the case and it didn't work out right. You don't set yourself up to set your people up when you don't have unselfish ways.
Right.
So if it comes down to you not being able to eat a certain way, shop a certain way, but then you know the future is way brighter, even if it relates to you being gone and your family and people's realizing like, damn, all this time this nigga was doing all this shit.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to sacrifice for that. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
You have to.
That's some real shit, man.
You have to. Because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody else.
Yeah.
And that starts mentally and emotionally.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
I mean, I think a lot of times too, I would give some away, but I think that.
He said some.
But I think when I said,
You judge me if you want. You be the broke nigga judging
I
me.
think my interpretation.
He's
I
gonna
think,
give mad weed butter away.
But you're
cookies
generous like a motherfucker too. So let's not be.
What I'm saying is my interpretation of what Marshall said is the fact that of give some away about the people that he struggled with. I don't see that as giving away. I see that as me being fortunate enough
we all eating
to
together.
take care of my people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like giving away to me would be like the United Negro College Fund or shit like that you just want to support. But taking care of your people.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I know what you mean.
Taking care of your family, I don't feel like that's giving away. I feel like that's
Hold up. You say that, but, and I'm not saying you've never gone through this because I'm sure you have, but how many times have your family members expected you to give them because you were in a better position than them, and not just.
I mean,
look, let me just finish because I want to make sure I word this correctly. Because what I'm saying is, my entire pre-adult life up until now has been me being a major part of my family, and I have hundreds of family members, as you do too, right? But I've always been in a position to help people, right? Financially, mentally, spiritually. So if a motherfucker was late on their bills, when I was like in the streets hustling, I would give it up early, right? With a little bit of lesson and disclaimer. So as you phase yourself out of that, they still expect the same thing. They expect the same thing from you.
That shit back next
Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you get to the point where you get 20 billion or 20 million, then you learn that a lot of these motherfuckers love me kind of, sort of, but the only time I hear from you is when you need something. I would still want to set you up because I have love for you, but I still wouldn't want to make myself as accessible.
Right.
So
thank you for being patient too, brother.
So to answer your question, just on my front, if I won $20 billion or whatever,
Can I hold something?
What I would do is, for everybody in my family, I would create a $10,000 trust.
Dope.
For every member of my family.
Talk that.
So that
if you win 40 billion.
But just listen to what I'm saying. I would give everybody. Well, the reason why the 10,000 number is so important is because if it's under 10,000, it's non-taxable for them. So it could be considered a gift.
Gotcha.
See what I'm saying? So that's what what I would do is.
Gotta be careful with that, nigga.
But I would create
8,000.
Oh, it's 8,000.
Yeah.
But I would create generational things. So like, if you're a kid under 18. I will pay for your college if you're in my family.
Oh,
$20 billion.
Yeah, that's
There's
different.
certain things for my family members, even the ones that I don't fuck with like that.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I might not fuck with you like that, but you have a 4-year-old son, and I have generational wealth, so I am going to invest that money. So by the time he comes or she comes to the age where she can choose to go to college, you're not going to have you're not going to have those unnecessary burdens of saying, well, I can't go to Duke and be whatever you want to be because I can't afford it. That's something that me as a person, if I won that amount of money, that I would make sure that the family members would be doing that. Now, now Joe that's 50 years old and the nigga always been a fuck up, you know what, my nigga? I love you. Take this $10,000 because we
have the time of your life, nigga.
Because we broke right now. But if somebody came in here, there's what, 4 of us in here. If they came in here and said, yo, here's 10 for you, 10 for you, 10 for me, 10 for you. Before we leave this building, we're gonna come up with somewhere where we're gonna be like, all right, you take your 5, you take your 5, you take your 5, you take your 5. Now we collectively got this 20,000, and how we gonna make this 20,000 work?
Yeah.
So if I give you 10,000 and you can't make it work, then that's not my fault.
So let me give you a real perspective because. Yep.
No,
go ahead, Marshall. I don't want to.
Please say it. No, say it.
Because so. In emotional land and theoretical land, it works a lot. I'm not saying this has anything to do with you. I'm talking about me, the past me and the now me. Things work totally different because I've been in a position where I was getting good money, still was taking care of people, but when I started getting better money and I felt good about telling people about it that were close to me, what I realized is they wanted more from me.
That's the point, though.
There was never a celebration period where it was like, yo, do your thing. So I never even took a second to be like, yo, maybe I should keep this quiet because I'm always ready to give to my people. There's nobody walking the face of this planet that can say Cap didn't give me something that I fuck with because that's the nature of me. What I had to learn as a 40-plus-year-old man is that a lot of things you do need to be kept quiet.
Yeah, definitely. And I understand
yes, sir.
Bro.
But I guess, go ahead.
Yeah, it's crazy you said that. That's exactly what I was trying to touch on. The more you get, I don't give a damn who you are. Even if you don't ask, yo, I see you, know what I mean? Think I can get a little bit more. Even if you don't ask, you're going to think about that shit.
Yeah.
Nigga put you under
and
pressure.
And there's a lot of people that ain't got the mindset to be like, you know what, you know what I mean? See, doing this thing like you said, instead of that, yo, congratulations.
I never really get that. I've gotten it slightly, but if it's monetary, a motherfucker is always going to think about how it can benefit them unless it's somebody like our wives or us. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's like, yo, you doing your thing and nigga ain't even thinking about it like that. Yeah. And later, if it happens to benefit somebody else, but what I'm saying is it sometimes is even your family because they may be in a position where they can't come up. We will naturally look out for them. Yep. So they don't even have to think about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess to be more specific.
Yes, sir.
So, like, my brothers, my sisters, my aunts, my uncles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's my immediates. That's different. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about, cousin Pete from Arizona that I ain't seen in 25 years. I met one time. My nigga, take this $10,000 and go. Oh no,
I'm not giving them niggas 10,000 nothing. They gonna have to earn that. If I made my kids earn their shit,
had 20 billion.
Yeah, I feel you.
Now I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, speaking of which, check it out.
Billion is different than a million.
You said, hold up.
Real quick.
I said 20 billion.
Hold up. You said a B?
Yeah, I said a B.
A B.
They all get 20. They can get 10,000 if I had 20 billion.
Without thinking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. 20. Yeah. All y'all niggas.
But what do you do when they double back for another 10?
I'll
change your number, nigga.
Nigga, that ain't enough for a nigga on a mission. I'm trying to.
Man, nigga, you get low.
Listen, if I had 20 billion, if I had 20 billion, I'm not gonna lie to you. The access that there would
everybody in Elmira would have 100,000 if I had 20 billion. There'd be
very limited access to me at that point.
Yeah.
Because I would come and do exactly what I want to do, and the people that had access and loved me for the $20 job. You know, those are the people that I'm gonna love at the $20 billion
Those
job.
are the 500 to a million. You know what I mean? 500,000 to a million. You ain't even got. That's what I was saying earlier. You ain't even got to ask for it.
Word up. Those are the Curtis. Those is the Curtis. All right, Curtis. What do you want to do? Do you want to have a building? Do you want to have 8 studios? Do you want?
Nigga, I just want you to co-sign on the next 10 loans I bring to you.
Fellas, check it out real quick.
That's funny.
So to put it in perspective, when you said B as in billion, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, but I've seen it somewhere, right? So 1 million seconds, right, in days. How many days you think are 1 million seconds?
Nigga, you fucking my brain up already.
Math, I got a 64 and a half.
I got lesions on my brain, nigga.
Hold on, wait.
1 million seconds?
Let me stop.
How many days do you think 1 million seconds is?
Hold on, I'm about to tell you.
He getting his Rain Man on over there.
That's 12 days max.
11 days, 11.5.
That nigga Rain Man.
Dope. Good for you. How you get that, nigga? How you get that?
Hold up. He said like this. He said like this.
86,600 seconds in a day.
So check it out. How many billion,
I need to take you to the casino. That nigga said
1 billion seconds. How many billion? How many in a billion? A billion seconds is how many days?
A billion seconds would have to be. And so if we said there was 11 days in a million, all right, so 11, a billion is 10 times a million, so that would be 111 days for a billion seconds.
And this is where 11,574 days.
Damn.
That's basically, yeah.
What'd you say?
1,100?
Yeah, you got some money, nigga.
1,100. You said 1,100. That's
no,
11,000.
11,000. Because we said
you said 1,100.
Days. No, we said 11 days, and then if you multiply 11, so that would be 111. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the point though?
Oh yeah. I was thinking about money. I'm sitting here like, God damn.
The difference between 1 million seconds, $1 million, $1 million, and $1 billion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that. You know what? I'm gonna do some research when I get home. I'm gonna find this video I was talking about. I was trying to show you guys the difference.
What's the video? I find it.
I can't remember.
Levels.
So anyway, real quick. Go ahead.
Basically, it was just the difference between 1 million and 1 billion.
I guess you never think about it if you're
you don't think about it. Like I said, if I'm worth,
think of it as a word.
If I'm worth $20 million, a motherfucker that's worth $1 billion
don't know your name.
$20 million, that's a drop in the bucket to him.
Yes,
$20 million is nothing.
Facts.
You're worth $1 billion.
Well, think about it. Everybody in this room has exceeded $1 million at some point in their life. Like, and I hate. Hold up.
In taxes.
I mean, theoretically,
we don't pay $1 million in fucking taxes.
Theoretically, we've exceeded $1 million.
Yeah.
Not factually.
Not currently.
Not.
How much money do you think you spent?
What I'm saying is the average individual in life accumulates a lot of money.
Yeah, they earn $1 million in a lifetime. Yeah. It's what
more than $1 million.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you got to think about it. I got a family member, right? They worked all their fucking life, retired with a couple of million. And you know that's retirement. You put that money away. Mm-hmm. What about the bread that you spent on your bills and shit
to get to the million?
Yeah, what about the money
you saved that type of money? You was living broke. You was living bare minimum.
So that's what I mean by me personally learning how to restructure money. We be having these conversations. Like prior, I would be on some. I want to get fly. I want to have this truck.
Yeah.
I want to do this, but my house will be paid off in a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Prior to my wife educating me on certain things, I wasn't thinking about that. It was like, okay, my kids always had iPhones. When no other kids had phones in their class, it was weird and shit. Yeah. They had iPhones. Well, my son was like a year and a half, 2 years old. I bought him a $400 or $500 Power Wheel, and he had a PS1 or 2. And so me and Liz be joking about this shit is because my mindset was he has to have the best shit now.
The things that I never had.
Yep.
But she helped to restructure my brain to the point it's like, look, we thinking long range.
He has no idea what the fuck this PS5 or this.
Not at all.
Neglect him.
He's 20 now, and if I talk to him about it, he does kind of remember the Power Wheel, but it's not like a solid memory that he can attach himself to. I have to say something about it. So think about all the other things that I wasted money on.
But that's the, to go off what you said about our wives educating us.
Yeah.
Because I have these conversations with my wife all the time, and she said what she would do is for the family members that she messed with, she would say, all right, say you were her cousin. She was like, Curtis, you have a studio. You're doing this, you're doing that. All right, how can I invest in your business where I can set you up to do what you want to do, but still be able to get a returning profit in my favor?
Because there's nothing wrong with asking for a 1 to 20% return if I'm willing to give you anything, because you know that if they fuck it up, you're still lenient enough to say, look, what can we do? But you're trying to put your people in position.
But that's what so that's what she said. So she was and that's where we talked about the $10,000 thing, because a lot of the extended family who they not really know, she would give them the opportunity, because you didn't have $10,000 before this. So if I just dropped $10,000, you should be able to make it work, because there's nothing else because you number one, you can't expect nothing from me. You don't deserve nothing from me. Right. But the simple fact that I still pulled up and gave you live in a house with 5 people. Marshall, how many kids you got?
7.
So I come to your house, you got 7 kids, and a wife. So that's 9 people in your house. You, my cousin, I'm coming up. I'm giving each one of your kids $10,000, and I'm giving you and your wife $10,000.
That's love.
So that's $90,000 in your family. If you can't make that work, that's your fault.
Yeah,
so if you get so when I say you're gonna have limited access to me,
deep.
I just pulled up and I gave you $90,000.
I love
at one statement where you've never had that in your life. So if you fuck that up,
Put that mic closer to your mouth,
let me
nigga.
ask
Shit.
if you fuck that
That's
up,
gangster.
if you fuck that up,
Yeah.
that's your fault.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Because just like you said,
So
at the stage and point in the life that we are, real quick.
Go ahead, yeah,
at
go
the
ahead,
stage
go
and point in the life that we are,
Yeah.
we're 40-something-year-old grown men.
Real shit.
You know what I mean? So if at this age and stature in our life, if we can't take a something and turn it into at least
Even
something that's
individually,
at least something that's gonna last us to help our family be better.
Nigga,
than
one of us should be
already
good
is.
after this.
So when you
Shit.
Word.
so you dropped off 90,000. You drop off 90,000. You obviously have some kind of confidence in that person, in that family member. Do you think it would
Family.
be smart?
He said he
Your
spoke on family, like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Do you think it'd be
Household.
like conducive to your return if you maybe did a little more than like drop off 90? Like, okay, how do you do you know about money management? What is your plan for this money or this part of this money?
All right.
Is there anything I can help you or put you in touch with somebody that can help you take this 90,000
That's a very good question.
to
That's a great
180,000
question.
All
in
right.
a year, 2 years? You know what I'm saying?
So in this conversation, we were talking about the differences. All right. So to your point specifically, the differences. Y'all is my brothers. So I would say, Marshall, I know that you're interested in weed and learning and growing a weed business. So for you, my brother, I would say, what can we do to set you up in a situation?
Okay, I
because
see what
that's
you're
because
saying,
you're my people.
I see what you're
But
saying.
my third cousin Jeff, who lives in, who I met twice. But like I said, I got this $20 billion. So my cousin Jeff that I met twice, he got 2 kids. My family lineage to him is saying, "Hey, bro, here's $40,000 for your family."
Yeah.
You know, you the stipulation is you're gonna have to put some of this money away. You know, so your kids' money, as a parent, you can't touch that till they turn 18.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get $20,000 for you and your wife.
Yeah.
But you got to make that work.
It's up to y'all.
That's-
What y'all gonna
and
do?
So that's when I say that's when I get distant, because I didn't have to do none of that for you.
Yeah.
But because
But
you
at the
are my family member,
Right.
and I have that excess of money, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying excess because you can really
I'm
never
just
have
thinking
too
though
much
on some
money.
real shit, bro. If I had that much money, regardless of my 16th cousin, family, just my thinking. I got this bread. We're gonna bring everybody to this fucking complex. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna teach everybody about money management, taxes, get your credit right, get all that shit right. After that point, once everybody, say a year, 2 years later, everybody's credit is about 800. If you fuck up, then hey. You know what I mean? I got 40 billion. I'm gonna put you in a position. We're gonna take care of your bills.
How many billions was it
We'll
again?
pay, she said
20.
we
Start with 20.
20 billion.
I'm still sitting
Yo,
here.
that's a lot of goddamn billions, bro.
$1 billion would change so many fucking like you worth
Yeah,
$1
even
billion.
one.
You don't man. Listen,
But that's the point of what I'm saying is that's the point of what I'm saying.
I feel what you're saying too though, because I think about it too. Like
That's crazy.
I seen a video on TikTok. The dude was telling me how they're working on each family member's credit. So if I got $50,000 in the bank and my brother has $50,000 in the bank, why not pull a little bit of this money, start working on our cousin's credit, get his shit right, work on this family member's credit, get the whole family now shit as a fucking conglomerate. We can get, you know what I mean, $1 million loan type shit.
And
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not mad at that neither. But think about the members
real quick
in your
though,
family.
real quick though. That's what I was about to say. What if you have members in your family that's complacent? They're stuck in their ways, and you got a lot of family members in your family. They don't want to put their business out there.
You know what? That's what's gonna happen with that 10,000.
That's why I said.
What's gonna happen with that
That's why I said
10,000 is,
So
you know,
that's-
God bless Germ for blessing us with this
Right.
dope bread. We're about to go to the Lakers game. We're gonna sit front row.
That's what
We're
you-
gonna do a whole bunch of fly shit for the weekend,
So-
and that's because Germ.
Therefore,
and if that's what you want to do with your money,
therefore, when you drop that bread off, be like, listen, if y'all want to go to the game, do that. If y'all want to
Take that
maybe
money and
invest
reinvest.
or learn some shit,
Yeah.
I can show you.
Yeah, being able to present the options. Here's the options you have. You have the option to do. Yeah. This is what ideally what I would like to do for you.
Point them in the right direction. Don't just these are options, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This is the option you can do, and this is the person you can get in touch with.
And here's what's going to benefit, and this is because out of the love of you being my family member, but also keep in mind though, nigga, there's a lot of family, and there's only so many hours in a day, minutes in a month.
But the reality,
and you got to understand too, it's just not your mama's side.
That's what I'm saying.
And your daddy's side.
No, it's nigga.
What about your daddy's sister?
Sister.
But that's the reality of it. But that's the reality.
That's when it's time to get low.
But that's the reality of what I'm saying.
That's why I was saying, bro. That's why fuck dropping $10,000 off. Take that $40 billion, build you a fucking complex. Y'all family, this is what I'm gonna pay for all y'all plane tickets. We're gonna have every fucking generation in this bitch, and we're gonna teach everybody from the 80-year-old grandmamas. We're gonna teach you about money management, maybe stock markets or real estate.
Yo, son, that's the move. That's the disclaimer.
That's it, bro.
That's the disclaimer.
Let me jump in real quick.
I like that.
Listen,
why not? Because regardless, two heads are better than one. Even though if I'm a fucking knucklehead, if I'm with you, we coming up with the decisions. Even though if I might fuck up every 3 months, we still have two heads. We still have two thinkers.
And I understand that, but I guess my point of saying that is a lot of people don't want to. They're complacent in where they are, and so they're gonna take that money and they're gonna be like, yo. This is what I want to do. I want to do something that I've never done before. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this real quick. I'm buzzing like a motherfucker.
It's the cookies, bro. Every time you bring them fucking cookies, man. Every fucking time. And then Cap, you bring the cookies and Cap got this strong ass Douce. This shit got my fucking hair on my chest and shit. Fuck, nigga.
I don't want any more.
I don't smoke weed, no cigarettes either, so you know in a brawl, I'm not an easy fatiguer.
Hey.
Yo, so the money conversation obviously hits home with us because we all want to set our peoples right. But I want to talk about aliens.
Yes.
Real quick, before we get to the aliens.
I had notes from 2 weeks ago.
We can talk about something else. You know, I just like my aliens.
Before we talk about the aliens, I wanted to get back to the original conversation of how it started. Diddy versus Jermaine Dupri.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, brother.
All right,
Jeremy's top lip is the same width of his mustache.
Paper.
My wife loves it.
Shit.
I'm not trying to make a joke. I just seen the observation.
I'm just saying, my wife
width.
loves it. It's all right. It's all right.
You see it?
He said, "Why you judging his top lip?"
I'm not judging. I just made an observation. I'm buzzing. I don't drink. I'm drunk. I ain't.
What you got in that little cup? Let me see. Can I look at it?
It's gone. It's gone.
Can I look at the forensic evidence?
It's gone.
Let me see.
He's gonna pour some more Douce in your cup, Marshall.
It's gone.
Nah, this protein powder and creatine.
Here, pour some more Douce. I don't want.
But I'm gonna let y'all know right now. It's 8:27.
I know we got about eight more minutes.
So all right, let's talk about the aliens.
Can I tell you a joke real quick?
We gotta finish.
Let him finish his. Please let him finish his. Because we didn't touch on the Diddy.
Yeah, we did. We did.
No, we didn't touch it. So. You said Jermaine Dupri. We talked about a couple artists.
Yeah.
You know, Jagged Edge. You know, and Chris Cross, The Brat. Who else really can you?
That's it, nigga. That's it.
I'm gonna say that's all I can recall right now. If New was here, he would be able to run
Jermaine
down all
Dupri?
the decks.
Jermaine Dupri's
all the acts he had.
So you know, when you think about it, I guess my point. Okay, so let me see. He said,
I think that is it.
Hold on, because I had a little graphic. I had a little graphic right here.
He should have signed the Lucky Picks. He'd still be in the game.
Word up.
What about
so you have
Changing Faces wasn't So Deaf? Ghost City DJs were they So Deaf before then?
Monica, Chris Cross, Escape. Mariah, Usher.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hold on, not just songs, but his artists. They weren't his artists.
Yeah, but okay.
Nah, they didn't produce for all them.
But then when you think about Puff, you think about obviously, you're going to think about Big,
Total,
Mace, Total,
112,
Craig Mack, 112,
Shine,
G-Dep, Shine,
Mace, nigga, Money Mace,
Faith Evans, Little Kim.
It's a rap, Mace.
The Locks at some point in time.
Yeah, Black Rob.
G-Dep,
nigga.
I said G-Dep. You know, so
he got a lot of hitters.
Either way, they got
shit.
hits.
I feel like or even omitting what is it, Danity Kane in the later era, and like
the
making
band. Yeah, I fuck with them.
I guess these are more memorable to me, probably because it's later years.
I don't know does Jermaine Dupri actually like produce? Like he actually gets up there and hits the
Hold up, that's the difference between him and Diddy. Diddy has a team of niggas who do the legwork, which makes the beats.
Yeah, right,
Diddy gets on the shit and does, you take that. Yeah. And then that nigga gets credit. He gets credit for the producing, but Jermaine Dupri,
he actually is hands-on producing.
He does the real producing. That's the difference between the two.
Diddy is like an executive producer where he's like, yo,
he's Khaled, nigga, without the we the best.
Can you take those drums out right here and make this vocal such and such?
Yeah, he does that too.
Can you do this and can you do that and make it sound fuller? Like he makes
Quincy Jones.
He makes a record, but
Quincy Jones plays instruments though.
But Jermaine Dupri will actually pull up with that beat machine and be like, let me put this sample
D-Blaze
in and spin it around. Shout out to D-Blaze.
Yes,
and spin it around and let me play them drums on the drum machine. So like
basically
I said,
what you're saying is Diddy. Never mind going. I ain't gonna say that because I don't.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish. What you saying?
No, but what I was just saying.
You leave me hanging like that.
Who are you gonna take? They said Jermaine Dupri. I said I was kind of on the fence because I was leaning more towards Diddy.
Why though?
Because in my head, you see how many Diddy artists I can name, but I don't know the Jermaine because I didn't even think about Monica.
You got to understand too.
I mean, because they're not. Like we know Diddy because we're from New York.
Could it be partly in due because they're more recent artists in like the hip hop era that we grew up in our later years in?
No, I mean the artists
they're both in the same generation though.
Yeah, exactly. But when you all right, so what is?
Because Mary J. Blige was out in the beginning with Crisscross.
I think I think Jermaine Dupri's been doing it longer though.
What is the first artist that you can recall Diddy ever working with that was successful?
Mary J.
So how far does Mary J go back?
He produced What's the 411.
So Crisscross was how. I'm not asking you for dates, but
91,
so these are two totally different
Jermaine Dupri was a dancer. He was a dancer in the 80s. He went on tour with Run DMC and them niggas. It was a background break dancer.
But wasn't he the nigga with ABC, Another Bad Creation?
I don't think he was on the background.
He was the DJ for ABC.
Was he with ABC?
Yeah, he was the ABC DJ.
Ghost City DJs.
Because I fucked with them niggas.
Y'all remember that? At night, I think of...
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is...
ABC's when he got his first start.
But what I'm saying is when you think about the eras, it's still the beginning of the 90s. We're not talking about any 80s artists with either one of these folks.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that shit was.
You know what I'm saying? So we're all thinking about. So what I'm saying is they both began in the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? And so
I forgot. Jump. 91.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna look up Mary.
But Ghost City DJs was prior to that.
Was probably like 94. She came out in 94.
There wasn't
with the 411, I believe.
Yeah, bro. Hold on.
She came out with Illmatic.
But I'm saying, but what I'm saying is they're the same era.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Whether you was a senior or whether you was a freshman, bitch, we went to high school together.
Right.
We from the same era.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Mary J came out in like 91, 92. The same situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're in the same era. So, what I'm saying is for me, because of me being in New York, like I said, you don't think about the artists that he would work with in Atlanta. Just like I didn't really, until I looked at the article again, I didn't think about Monica. I didn't think about...
So, do you think it could have been an inadvertent way to promote in certain areas as opposed to how it is now? It's more directly like, okay, this is West Coast, this is East Coast, this is the DMV area, things of that nature. So back then it wasn't promoting that it's from a certain area, but in a certain area you just seen more of...
That's what I was saying. Because we're from New York, we know more about the bad boy artists. Because we're not exactly from Atlanta, we're not gonna know the links that they had. Like if you don't know, some people don't even know that Outkast and Sleepy Brown and The Dungeon, they don't know nothing about the Goody Mob. They don't have no idea about the Dungeon family.
Yeah, but how did I know about them? And I'm from Elmira, New York.
Because DJ Brand New, the one.
But they was on TV
greatest.
though. When we seen them,
because MTV, Yo MTV Raps and shit like that.
They would cameo with one another sometimes.
Like you said, bro was a DJ, and so you weren't. Basically, you didn't have a blindfold.
Yeah, so I think I have to step outside of
so that way, when you heard that down south shit,
a civilian's perspective,
right? It was a different sound. Right. When he heard that Dungeon Family shit, it was like, yo, that shit is hard. Like it was a different sound. Yeah. It was a different sound. Like Quincy Jones said, there's good music and bad music.
Who's that peeking through my window?
Exactly.
Wow, nobody now.
And you being a motherfucking hip hop head and a rapper yourself, I can't even say you're a rapper, nigga. You're an MC. You're an artist.
Yeah.
I was telling them niggas earlier, like, sometimes it's difficult, and I don't want to put this on myself, but real quick, like, some shit that I write is more so poetry based, and it's not meant to be on a song.
Yeah.
So some shit that I write is directly for a song. The majority
that's crazy
of my notes.
You said that shit, Cap. On some real shit, that's word to all my babies' hearts, bro. It's crazy you said that because a lot of shit I've heard, a couple of different shits, a lot of different shits.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, that sound like some shit that should just be spoken.
Yeah, without a beat, and so that's how I usually. It's therapy.
Bro, I picked up on that a minute ago. Hold on, I picked up on that a minute ago. That's just your style. Your style, his cadence, his pocket.
Yeah.
Like I'm really technical with my shit. Cap shit is free flowing. His shit is like water, like, you know what I'm saying? His style is water style in a martial art, like, you can hear it, and it does sound like it sound like he's talking to you.
Yeah, because it's like I don't be trying to impress nobody. Even when I was younger, when I made music, I wasn't trying to make nobody say, "Yo, he's the dopest nigga, he's the bestest."
You know what it was, Cap?
I did that shit because I wanted to
do it. You know what it was?
That nigga's a little bit of a liar.
That nigga was telling you what I'm gonna do to you.
Nah, for real.
Nah. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it like that. I was just saying
I didn't care
because I remember one time I came home for the summertime, and that's when you had the big. It was like a goldish truck with these
the big rims, like with the big ass rims, like bro.
36-inch
I think that was the Suburban with the 24-inch.
I don't know what
that was the.
He said the gold truck. He said the gold truck. It was a Suburban.
I remember that shit.
The Suzuki. Subaru.
Oh no, he's talking about the Trooper that New gave me.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So, before you dive into that, let me tell the story about iconic R.I.P. Rest in peace, my big bro New.
Yes. Real quick before you get into it.
I have to continue because that's part of it. Don't lose that.
Go on.
When I was waiting to see the parole board, New sent me mad pictures. Was like, yo, I bought you a truck.
I remember when he bought it for you. I was living with New.
Yeah, so he was like, yo, when you come home. So he sent me this shit, the pictures. It was like, it was motivation for me to be good while I was in prison. You know what I'm saying? So when he sent me that shit, the young, wild nigga that was like, I don't care, was like, not only do I have a truck waiting for me, but I got motherfuckers that actually give a fuck about me. Because niggas came and see me. Marshall will tell you the story when them niggas ain't have no gas. They traveled 6-7 hours up in the Adirondacks.
Oh my God,
had to steal gas from somebody's house to get home. And guess who was driving? My wife that is with me now.
Oh, she's a wild gangster.
You know what I'm saying? But when he sent me the picture of that truck, nigga, my life changed. Came home, nigga. I couldn't really drive it because I ain't had no license, no permit.
I remember that.
He kept it parked in his driveway until I came to his crib with my license.
Yes, sir.
I remember driving up J Street with my motherfucking license. He was leaving his crib. I was like, I got it. He was like, yeah, the key in there and all that other shit. No registration, no insurance, or none of that. He still let me take it.
Rest in rhythm, bro. Rest in rhythm.
Word up, man.
Word up, rest up. I remember when
he was the greatest nigga. The greatest man, and this is why sometimes when I, like I said earlier, I was sitting on the porch talking to my daughter, right? A part of our conversation made me sad because I'm sitting here trying to say certain things to her that I know she can't see because it's about the future and you looking back. Like, you don't value this conversation right here, right now, as much as I know you will in the future.
Word.
Yes.
And there's nothing we can do about that.
Nothing.
That's why our Generation X, is the one of the best fucking creations in the world, bro. Like I was saying, we had to deal with everything. Like I said, our parents was at work.
We the gatekeepers of the connection of errors, man.
Yeah.
We dealt with the shit ourselves.
Yeah.
Spent
Ourselves.
so much time home
like you
alone,
said,
no phone.
And like you said,
man, we've raised ourselves a lot of times.
She's going to
man.
appreciate this conversation 20 years from now, because as the Generation X, we got to the point where, okay, we went through it and then it clicked. Wait a minute. Let me pass this knowledge on to my people.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
Let me give this to my kids, so like you said, they won't feel or go through, but they're going to understand once they get, oh, that's what my dad was talking about. Because we planted that seed to where, like I said, all of our kids now, I'm blessed as far as I'm concerned, because my boys could be, even though I love you, Raymond, when I see you, I'm going to karate chop the shit out of you.
I see them at the Troy
I don't
Fair.
have to worry about him doing dumb shit to be kicked out of the world type shit.
Yeah.
I understand, even though he's on some dumb shit sometimes, he has enough sense to think, you know what, you can't tell him nothing sometimes, even when he be drinking and shit, but he has enough sense to where maybe
Can I ask
not.
y'all all a real question, since we on that topic?
Can I just
if there's
say one
one
statement?
thing that you could leave as a time capsule for your children, for them to absorb, if you happen to, like, if there was an untimely demise, what would be the one thing that you'd want to say so that they can look at it and say, God damn?
Let me answer this. I don't even want to say anything. I just want to take them back to the time where I was 17 years old in family court by myself.
He's probably bigger than everybody.
When I was
in there,
18
though.
years old and 19 years old in family court by myself with her mother over there fighting for 50% custody of my kid. 50% custody. That's what I would leave to them, just to show them what I had to go through and why I'm rough around the edges.
Yeah.
And why I said the things I've said.
Yeah.
Why I still do the things I do.
Yeah.
That's what I would leave them. You know what I mean?
Me, you done?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just to piggyback off the statement that we talked about before, you never know the value of a moment until it's a memory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to say that.
I think because I'm an empath, shit like that makes me internalize it deeply.
And so that's what I wanted to say too about that, is you never know the value of that moment until it's a memory. You know, and that's basically what you said. For me, if I had to leave something, it's weird because the old me would want to leave something else, but the new me, I would want to leave. This is a terrible plug and ploy, but it's the truth. In my video, the feel good video,
Yeah.
If you go and you actually listen to it, I would leave that as a reminder to my daughter that no matter what you go through in life, and no matter what obstacles come your way, you know, you can overcome anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in that, I talk about how I overcome it and why I chose to overcome it. You know what I'm saying? So I would leave that to her so that it's a constant reminder of, damn, okay, God bless my dad. He, you know, whatever's happened, but look at what he overcame in his life and how he still chose to be positive, and he still chose to try to bless people even though
shit
it wasn't always
good.
right for him.
Yeah.
So that's what I would leave personally. Just that constant reminder of it don't matter. You know, it don't matter what happens, you know, and that's what I said earlier about being grateful. You know, you have to be grateful for the good times, the bad times, the rough times, and the success.
Yeah.
Because without all of that, you're not going to be who you are.
No, that's real. Like, I'm glad you said that, because I'd say about since the time we had my mom's in here when she did that little feature on the album.
Iconic.
Son, and I hear the song.
Only time it's ever been done.
Bruh, like, I've been thinking about doing my own little time capsules, you know, speech to my children and, you know, my wife for just in happenings, like you said, God forbid if something happens. But I've been reluctant to actually set that appointment up with you because I feel like I'm very superstitious in that aspect.
Yeah.
I don't want to manifest something.
I almost didn't say that, but at the same time, it was like it was so real to me earlier with her sitting on the porch, because it's just me and her one-on-one. There's no humor. It's just me and my princess, which
and your
she's the
daughter.
most like me.
Same, mine too.
The females are more like their fathers and vice versa. I don't know why it's like that, but
I'm like my mom's too. It's funny as hell too.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man.
That's just crazy. Man.
Yeah, man. Like,
So, yo, Cap,
Yo.
what would you leave?
Well, I already told, like, earlier, it's part of the conversation I had with my daughter. It's like, I told her, like, when she goes to school, I'm not going to leave, but I'm going to create a new song, because I already did a song about my mini-me's. This is when they were little. But I'm telling her, like, I best express myself through music, and I'm very expressive outside of music. I said, so there's a lot of things that I need to tell you guys. All right, so for example, she doesn't know that I've ever been incarcerated before.
oh, that's fire.
No.
That's dope.
No. So what she has seen is her dad being
A dad.
a dad in the community. She doesn't know anything about I can
That's fire.
I can outwardly speak it. My violent past,
That's
my drug dealing past, my warring in the streets past, but I'm almost certain that she has some inclination that there's something underneath the surface, because she sees how assertive I am when it comes to my family. It's not normal. The way I am about my family is not normal.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you mean.
Nah, but listen, that nigga Cap. So my memories, real quick. The memories came up. Yesterday was the anniversary of when that cop got shot in Eldridge Park. You know, and everybody knows.
I was riding.
Y'all know that.
Should have had it on my lap.
I walk in Eldridge Park every day. So me and my mom, we was walking, and it was like 100 yards from where we was walking. We seen the man shoot the cop and the cop go down.
Word?
So when it went on camera and when it went to the news, and my phone died, you know what I'm saying? Cat was
Trying to get in the park, nigga.
Like, yo, what's happening?
Just because I knew there was a shooting over there, he told me he was walking over there, and I don't play like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get in the park. I didn't know what the fuck happened. There was mad police over there.
Choppers going everywhere. They wouldn't let us out. My phone was dead.
And I always told my kids, like, my daughter specifically, I said, yo, this is when that school shooter shit was going on real heavy, like 4 years ago. If there's ever a school shooter in your school, please call me first and the police second.
Yeah.
She laughed about it, and Deshaun and Tone was in the car, and she said, why? Like, I said, because I'm going to get in that school when the police are afraid to get in that motherfucker, even if it costs me my life to make sure that you're good. And Tone was like, you don't know why he said that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they understand, but she's so not in touch with a few things because I've always shielded her from certain things that it's not like I withheld it from her, but if certain things aren't pertinent to me raising you, what's the purpose? But when you become of age to learn, then I can help tie these dots together.
That's crazy as fuck. Because
we go back to what will I leave my kids? For her, it will be a song that encompasses everything that ties everything together. With my boys, they've already been on my hips.
Do you think it's different? Like, obviously you raise your boys different than your girls.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they've never agreed with that shit. Oh, Juliet never gets in trouble. But look, she's always she's always good. What the fuck you want me to do? Punish her for what you did, nigga?
Because I mean, like, treat my boys different than my girls.
Yeah.
Some of my girls don't know a lot, you know what I'm saying?
And a man has to raise a boy. A man has to raise a boy to be a man.
Yeah, and it has to be different.
Yeah, and a man has to show a young girl that I love you unconditionally. I don't give a fuck what you do. I will always love you. You can come to me about anything. I'll never judge you. Yes, I might be a little disappointed and all that, but I am the first line of defense you have in this world. I don't give a fuck.
Don't nobody love you more than me.
Yeah.
Like,
I told her earlier, I said, yo, I know I told you that I'm going to get an apartment out there. I've been telling her that shit for like 6 months. Oh, I know you always say that. She thinks it's funny. I'm like, look, if I get that apartment out there, don't be mad when I ask you to go to lunch. If I can't afford to get that apartment, don't be mad when me and Marshall pop up. Because I've asked the nigga, how long ago was it when I asked you?
3 years ago.
I said, yo, because I can't drive on the highway the way I'd like to. He likes to drive.
We'll be there.
I say, yo, my nigga, I need somebody to ride with me.
Yeah,
we already be riding on missions and shit.
In
work
suits.
Yeah, so, and that's what niggas was talking about. Like, yo, we might have to go out there for a day, stay the night, go, come back. But I was dead serious when I told her that shit. And today she was like, why do you always say that? I said, because I was dead serious, princess. Yeah. Like,
and when you leave that to her, she'll understand. Mm-hmm. As soon as you leave what you leave to her, she hears that song or whatever you're gonna leave her, it'll click like.
She already get tight when I play the mini-me shit because, so at Juliet's graduation party, Lindsay was like, her mom, for anybody that is in the loop, she was like, do you want to perform that song? Are you going to perform that? I said, nah, I'm not going to do that. The only reason why I didn't do it is because my daughter gets embarrassed real easy.
Yeah, mine too.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to put her on the spot because she already didn't want to do the party. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't about me, she knows the song. She's familiar with it. I'm just letting her know today that there's going to be a part 2 to that motherfucker.
Son, it's crazy. It's funny you say that, bro. I have yet to craft that song for my.
Hard.
It's so hard, man.
Very hard.
There's too many different
emotions and shit, man.
Yeah, like she already know what it is because
there's so much to talk about.
There's so much to talk about, and then how can I make it bar up nice?
Yeah.
And then it's like, look, man, she's my world. I'll die, I'll kill, the beat's dope, let it rock. That's the way I'm giving it up. Like, I just can't get crafty with the shit.
It was so slow because I wrote it outside of a beat that it was one of those joints, like I said earlier, it was more like poetry. Yeah. So I had to find a slow-ass beat. The beat that I found was like an Eminem beat
your melody.
that was mad slow. I can't remember the title of the beat or none of that shit, but it was so slow that I didn't have to flip bars on it. I just got to walk on it.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad you said that. I haven't done poetry since I was in grammar school. Yeah. Like I used to do poetry before I wanted to rap.
Start doing it. Can I say this real quick?
I'm gonna do that.
You said you haven't done poetry since grammar school. Maybe that's what's been missing.
I agree.
And whatever you like, damn, why do I feel like this? Or why is this? Maybe that's what's been missing. Just that little poetry.
I feel the same way. I'm glad you said that because that moment I feel unlocked. Like that's something I haven't tapped into again since I was in grammar school.
That's deep.
I've always been better at poetry than rapping because I'm not a great. Like I hear all the melodies and I you know what I mean, but I'm just.
He said, "Fuck your melody, nigga. I'm gonna say what I want to say."
I'm just not a rapper. You know what I mean? I like
You're a snacker.
That's okay. That's okay, bro.
Real quick before I forget,
I'm a snack rapper.
Before I forget,
I murder a snack.
My man's a snack rapper. He murdered the snacks. We were talking about our kids. Who's Bluetooth? Can we call Delmar real quick, man?
I got
no.
Can you call? So I'm gonna call Delmar, right? But before I call him, what were you saying about?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You not being a rapper in poetry.
So this is just me personally. I understand that, we've all been in situations where you be like, yo, Jeremy, you're a rapper. I get that. For me, I feel like I'm better at poetry mainly because there's no beat and I can go with my own stylistic rhythms to say it like that, comparative to having to conform to the beat. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes what I hear in my head.
Are you saying you can't stick to the beat like Silk the Shocker?
Oh no! Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I could.
Nigga, the snare over there.
That nigga is horrible.
But he said the snare is over there.
Nah, I can stick to the beat. Like I said, I just think that for me personally, poetry fits my
that's you
my headspace linguistics better than just rapping. You know what I mean? Because like I said,
get on stage and kill it talking your shit.
Yeah, man.
That's what I do. You know what I mean? Y'all rap. I talk shit. You can give me a double shot of Hennessy.
Yo, you know what we should do? We should all do a drill rap.
Shit.
Together.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
All your faces got crazy.
That's a whole fact, nigga. Nah, nigga.
Yo, I'd be down for that.
Not even. Let me see my phone real quick. Let me see my phone real quick. I'm gonna give it right back.
Do it.
Some freestyle shit.
Fuck that shit.
Just put
You're a poet, Hoodie. You're
shit.
a poet. That's a part of the hip hop culture. You just have to accept your position without thinking about boxing outside of it. It's like a heavyweight boxing with Mayweather. Nah, we're in two different classes, but Mayweather is still a heavyweight in his class, right? Mm-hmm. Fuck all that extra shit. You're a poet that raps when he feel like it.
Yeah, and I feel like
you ain't delivered nothing weak yet. So
no, I mean, I understand that, and I feel you on that. I'm just talking about personally how I feel.
Yeah, like, he's been telling me that for years. Even with music, I'll hear the note, I'll be like, that don't sound right. He like, Mars, listen.
Shut the hell up, nigga. Listen, this shit dope,
you're
nigga.
You're not listening to what you can't hear what I hear.
Yeah.
You know
like Roy earlier, I could tell that so he wasn't used to having to punch in because we come from the era where we just rap, right? So he rapped a couple times. He had the disclaimer before, like, yo, I may mess up because I just finished writing, but I'm used to punching in as an engineer. I step outside the artist shit. So when he had to punch in a couple times, that shit was kind of bothering him and shit. So I just started picking points where I'm going to have him punch in, and he got it done, and it was dope. You know what I mean?
Yes, it was.
Marshall, think about how much fun we had when we did that double Whopper record.
Yeah,
because it wasn't
greedy ass.
No, but just because of the simple fact of us, we're goofy, funny. Let's do something weird,
and we're black too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's some real shit. You got to understand it. Like,
you had me running up.
Any black person, bro. I don't give a damn. Listen, you don't know. Have you ever salsa in your ass? Yeah, you ever salsa?
Church.
You ever did a salsa? You ever salsa? You ever danced to salsa?
I don't think you could say the word correctly, nigga.
Because
you said
they got me drunk.
Salsa.
They got me drunk.
You ever did
I'm
Samson?
not a drinker.
Samson.
I'm trying to read his lips thinking I got it fucked up.
So what I was saying, my
nah, I haven't. Honestly, I haven't.
We're black. He has never done salsa in his life.
I ain't either, nigga.
Salsa, you either.
My motion good, though.
But I guarantee you, if you looked on Google and learn like a few steps,
I've pretended it.
You'll make that shit look good.
Yes, I could. Yeah, I think I could.
You're black.
It's the melanin.
You got a little extra spices in you.
The melanin.
I love it when I see a double Whopper.
You got me drunk, man. Yo, let's call Dell, please. Let's call Dell.
All right. So what I said was before I called Dell, I just wanted to. Well, I was talking about being funny. Let's do it.
Me a text message.
No, what I was saying is let's do a drill song together, being funny, and maybe we should and have like a topic or theme to it, and not kill people, but kill like food or weed or conspiracy theories or workouts or
I'll kill the food part. That's I can rap about food. Bro.
Damn, their flow is so off fucking beat.
So what I was saying to do,
I can't fucking rap off beat.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a drill beat, nigga.
God damn, I'm gonna flow on it.
If we fail, who gives a fuck?
I'm gonna flow on it. I'm gonna find a drill beat and flow on it. I won't drill rap it. I will flow on it.
You got to drill.
You got to drill.
I don't know how, bro.
I don't either, but I think we should do it for fun.
I'm gonna kill that.
That goes back to the
Quest,
fact
I ain't never known you not to rise
to the occasion.
Yeah, I can do it. I'll fuck with it on some challenge shit. I'm down with the exercise.
And that's why I said we're black. We can make it look good. You could experience some shit.
Hoodie over there writing already. Look at him.
Son,
he over there writing already. He ain't got a beat.
I got some food bars.
And he was bopping his head.
Yo, he heard the beat.
I got some food bars.
Yo,
I'll kill them food bars. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll kill them food bars though.
Yeah, peep this. So it's all love to my YGs, my young guys that I record. You know what I'm saying? But, being an audio engineer here at the studio, I always have to specify, like, my concerns and shit, because being in a small town where there's less than 30,000 people, the majority of people, and even if you don't have love for the other side, I might have some care and concern or love for the other side. So I don't even know who my young guy was going to diss on his joint, but I was like, he said, yo, so I'm good to come in at 1.
Give me some more of that, Hoodie.
And I was like, I said, yo, yeah, just to be clear, I'm not recording any music dissing any dead people.
Oh, you got me. My bad, baby. Thanks.
Nigga, don't you ever clap your hands at me again?
I clap to get a rock, nigga.
Yeah.
What you talking about, nigga?
A rock? What you mean?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I ain't never served you no rock.
Ain't no rewind button on there.
I ain't never served you no rocks.
Hold up.
She's stupid, nigga.
What does that mean?
Young boy, I ain't gonna
okay.
that big
So I'm gonna get off this topic real quick. Yeah, okay. So it was about doing a song. So I know they do drill music, and I support the evolution of all music. But when he hit me, the previous time we recorded, they was dissing dead people and shit.
Whoa.
Dead people that we know.
Well, let's not get that deep into it because it was somebody I know. Then you know what I mean. But to me, it's not that. It's like I don't agree with it at all. So I had hit him and told him, you know, just to be clear, I'm not recording any music dissing any dead people. And he was like, you know, I heard you. I don't say names in my songs anyway. Da da da. I said, yo, I just don't want any part of the diss music. If you're recording songs, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's real.
I'm hoping that he understood where I was coming from.
Got to.
And he's a wise, intelligent young dude. On the flip side, I have to understand that they're going through their era of music, beef, all that shit. But what I had told him later on in text was like, I don't want to have any part or any hand in any of you guys getting hurt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna fuck with your sleep at night.
That's what I told him. Morally, I can't do it, son.
Peace is everything. It's priceless, man. Priceless.
Got a thing for these youngsters. And it's like I said, it's different, man. The way they grow up, it's to not even think about dissing, like.
Yeah, but we was walking around in the street. We was literally walking from the east side to the south side to the west side to the north side. Yeah. So we were literally in the streets, feet on the pavement, walking, playing ball in every park. So these young people can't do that because they're beefing that much.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. And then talk about somebody when they die in a song.
Well, then their beef is different too because the reason why we could walk around and go to every different park is because, per se, Marshall lived by Brand, so that was Marshall's park. You had a problem with Marshall. Where do you go to find Marshall? You go to fucking Brand Park to find Marshall. Then you get it, and you know you got to do.
Now I've never known any limitations in Elmira. Is my point. Like I've beefed with mad different people from mad different parts of the town, right? And I've never once thought that I couldn't go to a certain part of the town because I had issues with anybody. Out of town, in town, none of that.
Right. But what I'm saying is social media allows people to hide to wherever
like
they're
a
at.
motherfucker.
But my point is like
if
you know that Marshall,
you know media.
But see, my point is we knew where the people who we had beef with most of the time were. Yeah. So you gonna go. Sometimes you might choose to go there intentionally to be like, yo, you bitch ass nigga, I ain't afraid. But that's my point though. Is we're gonna go there because we know that's where that person is gonna be at, and then we're gonna let it be what it is. These social media niggas, they not telling you where they at, but they're gonna have some girls, or they're gonna follow your location, or they're gonna check you. Man. Oh, you at McDonald's on the south side? You put it on Instagram? I'm about to pull up.
You did the live?
You see what I'm saying? I'm about to pull up onto some prize shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you know a nigga is gonna be at Brand Park every Saturday playing basketball, and you show up there intentionally, you know what I'm saying? Like you knew you've been planning this shit all week. Oh, that nigga Marshall gonna be at Brand on Saturday? Guess what? Y'all niggas ready? We gonna be at Brand on Saturday too. You know what I'm saying? But
we got the two biggest niggas sitting here one-on-one.
Yo, listen real quick.
What y'all gonna talk about?
No, I'm finna call Delmar.
Yeah, let's
I need you to unlock your phone real quick. He's waiting. Too what? What?
Yo, just put him in in Cap's mic.
Here, let's All right, hold on. It's goddamn iPhone. What the I stand for in phone?
I want to know why there's a big ass bite in the apple off the back of the phone. Marshall, do you know?
Yeah. If you look, the top of the leaf on the iPhone.
Turn it down just a little.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Who am I speaking with?
Delmar.
Hey, Del, what's up?
Delmar,
Hey,
what's up? What's up,
y'all give
homeboy?
Del a shot.
What's up?
What's up? What up, Del? This Big Germ. You all right?
Hold on. I have a joke for you guys.
Okay. Give it to me.
Why did the banana go to the hospital?
Because it got stuck in the tailpipe.
Because he wasn't pale and white. Hold on.
You got another one?
Would you rather? Hold on. Would you rather eat a baby duck or madder?
Would I rather eat a baby duck or a what?
Madder.
What's that?
I'll take the baby duck with duck sauce.
What's the matter?
Nothing, baby. What's the matter with you?
Yo, Del, you're different, boy. You're different, boy. You're different.
Del, I got a joke for you. You ready?
All right.
No, I can't do that. I don't got no kid friendly jokes. I'm gonna tell my joke at school and get suspended. He gonna be like, Jeremy, you gotta go to the school.
Just edit it.
Nah, I can't. I can't.
Put some nah.
Dad, what you doing? What you doing, big head?
Go get Delmar.
This Uncle Cap. What you doing?
Nothing.
You just chilling?
Yeah.
Did you? He ain't. Uncle Cap didn't hear the joke.
Nah, I didn't hear the joke. Let me hear it. Let me hear the joke.
Why? I'm going to tell you a different one, but
Okay.
one of them are the same.
Okay.
Hold on. Why did the dinosaur get into the cheese?
Into the cheese, I'm lactose intolerant. I don't know. Cause he was hungry.
Because the cheese wet.
He's a T-Rex.
A T-Rex. Boy, you fired from the stage. What you mean? What you?
I don't understand. I don't understand it. The
That's
cheese.
nephew though. What
The
you?
cheese.
Hold on. Would you rather eat a baby duck or a madder?
I don't know, man.
Would you rather eat a baby duck or a matter?
You have to ask him what's on that.
I want. If I can get hot sauce, I'll eat the duck.
What's the matter?
Nothing, baby. What's the matter with you?
I almost said what's. I felt like he was lining me up the whole time, man.
Hold on.
One more down.
Hold on.
One more down. We got to get out of here. We're waiting.
I need to speak to Uncle Colt.
Yeah, he's here.
Okay, I'm here.
He's here.
What you got a joke for me? What's going on? I got some questions for you.
No,
Hello?
I don't have a joke for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He's getting serious. He's gonna beat me up.
We always have backup guns.
I got
We
three.
always backup guns.
I got.
You just said
Oh,
we
is that
always
Sinai
have-
right there? I got three waiting for y'all.
Backup
I
gun.
got
said
three.
we
Yeah.
always
Oh, we got like five. We got
Okay.
like four.
Okay. When did school start? I'm gonna catch y'all on the first day of school.
He lit right now.
We're about to run on right now.
Damn.
I'm sorry. That shit made me.
We're not gonna tell you a joke.
I'm sorry.
All right. Let's
I'm
not tell
sorry.
a joke. Then we got to get out
I
of here.
apologize. They about to ride out.
Never mind. He doesn't want to tell a joke.
All right. Hey, we love you.
Bye.
They about to get me. Love y'all.
Bye,
I'm
Dad.
sorry.
See ya.
I'm still getting y'all. I'm still getting you on the first day of school with my water guns.
Hey,
Catch their asses.
Yeah, they
Yo,
gonna
shout
get
out to
me,
them
son.
crazy
did
ass
you
kids.
just connect the Bluetooth?
Listen,
I feel like a
Did he hang
every
up?
day, bro.
I feel like a victim
Did
already.
they hang up?
Dad, I hung up on him.
Okay, good. Because I just didn't want to make
I
sure.
accidentally cursed.
I
I'm
said
sorry. I said shit. I'm
That's all
sorry.
right.
I didn't mean to do it on
Oh, he
purpose.
probably
But
hears way worse than that.
Delmar curse behind the curtains.
they gonna get me though. I can tell, man.
Del curse behind the curtains like he's 60. No, but yeah,
He said he'd be like, "Fuck that
every
bitch."
day, Dad, they come out because they got their glasses, they got their vests, and they got over 100 Nerf bullets.
Oh shit!
Every day they come out with their guns. Dad, can we go to Uncle Cap's house? Can we? Like,
They trying to
working.
get me, man.
He's working.
Them 3 water guns I got for the graduation party, I still got them in the back room.
You were telling me that's why you bought them.
Loaded,
waiting.
huh?
Yeah, but 2-on-1 ain't never a good.
You gotta be
one.
careful, my kids, man. They'll detach a retina. You be ready to kick them in their chest. Real quick. They just come out firing. It's like, yo, stop aiming at people's faces.
This shit is mad random, but we gotta go. I just got a couple Crip shout outs real quick. You know, I don't like when ugly people listen to
say a
nasty
couple Crip shout outs?
Think so.
We're not gang affiliated.
That's not a gang. I'm a cripple. I'm a cripple. I'm a cripple.
Crip. Oh,
I'm a cripple.
Crips.
I like the way you
that?
put that together.
Word up.
Crips.
Hey, I'm a crip.
Add the olds in it.
I don't like when ugly people listen to nasty songs because, bitch, who's doing that to you? I don't like that shit. This is mad random shit that I was just thinking of.
I don't like when ugly people listen to
Nasty songs because who the fuck is doing that to you?
Who's doing that to you?
Who thinks of shit
It's
like
just mad
that?
random. And I got one more question for y'all real quick. So can studs fuck with studs or is that gay?
What's the stud?
The male version of the female, I think.
Why you answer his question for him?
'Cause
Because
I
if
heard the
anybody
word.
gonna get canceled, he gonna get canceled on this.
Yo, shit.
I was gonna say Marcus.
I was trying to be informative. So
And they gonna be in that boat on his own trying to paddle out that shit.
You know what a stud is. You know what I'm saying?
So can the
Yeah, they be
stud
like 16 inches on
wait,
center.
say the
And
say
you
the
can
joke
have the
again?
sheetrock up against the wall.
Can a stud?
Can a stud mess with a stud or is that gay?
shit, I missed that.
I got a
one.
logical brain, man. Like
No, it's not.
It's not. It's gay, bro. It's a girl.
It's
messing with a
both.
girl.
It's both because
Yeah.
the way it's both.
that's what I was thinking. It's kind of both because
It's both.
Didn't you?
It depends on the perspective
No,
you come
didn't you?
from.
Didn't you lust females initially, but then you went back to the guy looking
No,
motherfucker?
that's what I'm saying. Is it gay?
Shit.
And don't judge me for my logical thinking brain, but that sounds
Yes, it
kind of
is,
like
bro. It is.
Different.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Either way, it's gay. Either way, it's gay. If girl, it's gay. Boy, it's gay.
yeah, and we love everybody. We don't care what the fuck you
I was
do,
just-
but
I was just
let's
saying.
be real. Like if there's a
float your boat.
yeah, do what the fuck you do. Just the same way you don't want me doing extra X-rated PDAs in the presence of you. Don't do that shit in the presence of me.
Yo, that's a whole fact,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question? Do you put your sock on before you put your leg on? do you?
Oh, this has nothing to do with what we. Okay, he's
not
talking
worried
about.
I was wondering, like, because you got a prosthetic, right? Do you put your sock on first
Yes.
You put a sock on it.
before you put the leg on?
So I put this. No, I put my sock and shoe on before I put the leg on.
So
Wait, you
like,
put a
hold it.
sock on the prosthetic?
So
Yeah, because what happens is the prosthetic is plastic. So
Thought that was for. Like,
no, but listen,
sweat
what
and-
I'm telling
if
you.
it get too
what
hot,
I'm
it'll
think
melt.
about it like this.
I
The
think it'll
prosthetic,
melt.
the sock goes on the prosthetic to make it go in the shoe easier. Number one, and then it's plastic rubbing up against your shoe. So sometimes in the back of the shoe.
Oh, you ain't trying to
depending on
fuck
the
them
shoe-
Jordans up, nigga.
You start a fire.
You bitch
Was it like a
ass
friction fire? Can you start a fire?
Nah, it's just
He said,
I do
nigga,
wanna say-
I
do
paid
wanna say,
$400 for these.
I do want to say, last week, Quest, Marshall brought up the fact that
The
I
left
had
shoe,
on-
you
that I
need
had
to
on-
find a
Marshall,
market.
Marshall
You
brought up
can
the
find
fact
a
that
market.
my
Bro.
shoes I had on last week was some sandals, so I had to make sure that you know what I mean. Quest got them. I don't know what Quest got on
These
right now.
niggas be
Look like
fiery
LeBron.
up with the
I don't know what
footwear.
Quest got on. Quest got them. He got them red boots that Lil Wayne was wearing on right now. But you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Wait till the shit click back to me so I can lift. You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me.
I'll let him get his moment. I know what my shit
Coming
is.
for your head.
Go ahead, son.
Hold up. What you got on your feet, Quest?
Hold on, are you done yet?
Nah, I don't need to be done. You see my shit.
What are
see
those
it.
hoodie?
He gonna call him the 91.
Run the center.
He gonna call him the 91.
Hey, he can't even tell you what them shits is. Go ahead, nigga.
No, he said he
infrared
got.
sixes.
Hey, he said he
I
got.
rented them from Cap for $12.89 a week.
He said he
your
got
payment
them.
late, nigga. Let me get
Y'all
that.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
You know what? Are you done, hoodie?
Yeah,
Oh, y'all gonna be battling with this shoe shit.
I'm gonna let it rock.
forever.
I'm gonna let it rock because my shit. Because You know what I mean?
You don't have to let it rock.
Those are
next week with some shit too.
I was gonna say, I'm thinking every week y'all should probably battle it out in the footwear.
Listen, because here's the thing. My shits.
He gonna be like he gonna have to have the same conversation.
While these niggas keep spending hundreds after hundreds, we sitting here.
Yo, chill, son. Chill. Hold up, son. Yo, chill. Hold up. Let me give my disclosures though. Mine was a gift for Christmas 2 Christmases ago. Hold up.
He can't last long enough.
This nigga said he got the 2021 Renaissance.
That's what I said, 1287.
Listen.
All right, Quest, we listening.
All right, listen. I got LeBron 19 lows.
He got the Ronald McDonald ones.
I know they had
Hold on. These are the joints. These are the joints that LeBron passed Karl Malone in the all-time leading scorer shit. The shits that when he passed Mike was a little while ago. Fuck that nigga. But look. All I'm saying, no, I don't got the 91 Michael Jordan switch hands in the air against the Lakers in 91 shits. He got them shits on. But guess what?
Okay.
He can't touch backboard.
Who can't touch the backboard?
You.
I'm 6 foot, bitch. I can touch the backboard.
No, you can't, nigga. No, you can't, nigga. You cannot backboard touch like me, nigga.
You can't touch the backboard with your foot.
Nigga, you cannot backboard touch a lamp, nigga. Whole lot,
That nigga Hoodie about to go back to the lab and create some shit that make him skyrocket to the top of the building.
Fuck
nigga.
that, nigga.
I'm about to get one of them spring legs.
Oh, your limitation was backboard touching, huh?
I'm about to get one of them spring legs.
I had to pull, because of what you pulled out, I had to pull that out.
He just mad because his shoes.
Son, I had to pull that out. The nigga got some iconic Jordans on.
That's a hater move.
That nigga mad because I smashed his shoe game today. Don't be mad. Just be like, I got you last week. You got me this week. Put some respect on my shit, nigga.
That's a whole fucking fact. Fuck you, nigga.
That's why your dad wasn't in the house when you were little. That's why you lived with your grandma and your parents didn't want you, bitch.
That's why you peed the bed. Yo, listen.
Yo, chill.
On the threat that my sneaker game is gonna get threatened every time I walk in here.
Nah, them shits is fly.
From this day on, I'm either wearing Crocs or my house slippers.
Nah, I can't even front.
Yeah.
I can't even front.
Yeah.
Cap got some, what's them, Air Maxes?
Nah, they good.
Them shits is tough, bro.
Them shits is fire,
They some Maxes, and I got about 40 pair that I probably about 22 of them. 22 I don't wear. And like we was talking about before, I wear T-shirts all the time, and I'm comfortable. But when it's time to get fly, get super fly. Even pull out the old jewelry if I need to, right? But one, I don't give a fuck.
Hey.
Fly nigga, I'll bag your bitch on a 10-speed. Yeah, you'll laugh at Cap, but all laughs and smirks get deaded when her ass hop on the back.
Yo.
On a 10-speed.
Hey.
When was the last time you seen a 10-speed? With the curved handlebars.
I was about to say you got the curve. Yeah.
Got one in the garage, nigga. Nah, I'm just playing.
Thin ass tires.
Do people still use those shits?
The niggas that be like cycling, they rock them shit still around the town.
They got the boondoggle like felt shit over top. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
and they got the spandex shoots on and shit. Like they really be real with that shit.
You know how they got the steering wheel covers?
Yeah.
The boondoggle shit around it. That's what the little circle shits on the 10-speed.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, we gotta go. But I want to shout out the white dude that was running around Dollar General asking like, why did this black guy keep calling me Monica? Shit. What, Monica? I'm clearly a boy.
He called you Monica?
Now this white man was asking this black dude, why do you keep calling me Monica? Monica. Because he was a foreign white dude, and he kept on saying, well, why are you calling me Monica?
Nigga, is that a joke? Because that shit lost me back in the future. Like Marty McFly.
I'm about to explain it. So he was asking the black dude, why do you keep calling me Monica? But the nigga kept saying, yo, my nigga, but he was saying,
oh shit, that's fucked up.
Hold up. Yo, give me the cookie. Give me the cookie jar. Give me the cookie jar, fam.
Yo.
Pass the cookies.
You stupid.
Pass the cookies, son. Give me the cookies.
Clearly a boy, why are you
Honey,
calling me Monica?
My nigga.
Cookies, nigga.
My nigga.
Yo, come on, man.
Yo, we out of here,
I'm
man.
out of here with that
Mindful
one.
exchange, man.
Mindful exchange.